really confused because Jackie, no shade, honey. I'm just confused. You came to Love Is Blind to say that you didn't want to legally be married, although on this show you get legally married. It's giving I just wanted clout. Like I'm confused. Is it editing or are you really this dumb? Hey you guys, it's Patrice and welcome back to another episode of Yes or Mess, baby. And it's about to get good. It is about to get good because I know that y'all been waiting. I know that y'all been waiting for this because I've been waiting to talk about it. This season of Love Is Blind is absolutely crazy. I don't understand how we went from season 1, you know what I'm saying, nice, sweet, elegant, a little bit of drama, you know what I'm saying, sprinkled here and there, but ultimately this show was to find love. But we went from that to bam. Like, this season is crazy. So if you guys are ready to hear what I have to say about episodes 9 to 12, girl, just keep watching. And y'all gonna help me determine if this season is some yes, like we still gonna watch it, or it's just a mess. Like I'm done. I'm throwing away the towel. So as I'm sure you guys noticed, I did not do episodes 5 through 8, and it was simply just because when I decided to do this series, I was like, girl, we're already behind. Now granted, I have all of my notes from 5 to 8, but I just kind of feel like 9 to 12 has already came out, or 9 through 11, I'm sorry, 9, 10, 11, yes, 9 through 11 has already came out. So I just kind of feel like, let's talk about this now. Let's talk about it now so that when episode 12 comes out, we're good to go, we're on time, and then moving forward, yes, our mess, you know, it's gonna be a thing. It's here to stay. Like, all right. I'm excited. Okay, so episode 9 started off with Jackie and Marshall talking, right? And I was really confused because episode 8 ended with Jackie and Josh talking, right? So I'm thinking that it's going to pick up where it left off so we can understand or get a better understanding as to what's going on between Jackie and Josh. What is Jackie really feeling? Since I did not do commentary on that episode. Damn! Before I got rudely interrupted, what I was saying was, in episode 8, Jackie and Josh were having a conversation, and if I remember correctly, Jackie had said Josh had said, do you see yourself marrying me? And she was like, when it comes to legal marriage, like, no, I don't see that right now in my future. I was just really confused because Jackie, no shade, honey, I'm just confused. You came to Love Is Blind to say that you didn't want to legally be married, although on this show you get legally married. It's giving I just wanted clout. Like I'm confused. Is it editing or are you really this dumb? Jackie, yeah. Jackie, I expected more from you. Like, raise your hand if you expected more from Jackie. Like, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you expected more from Jackie. Like, off jump, I expected more from her, you know what I'm saying? She crying, she's getting real emotional at the beginning of the series, you know what I'm saying? Really trying to take this experiment seriously. You're trying to figure out if she wanted Marshall or Josh. And now you're just fumbling the fucking bag. You're just not making any sense at this point. Like, you're not. Like, I should have done my commentary on 5 through 8, but it don't even matter. Like, moving on. Jackie, you're not making any sense. So, like I said, episode 9 starts off with Jackie and Marshall talking. And they're talking about that night. Marshall is literally just as confused. He's like, so what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? You didn't show up. Then when you did, it was giving bad energy. Now you're over there talking to Josh. Like, what's really going on? Like, my feelings are involved here. You know what I'm saying? Like, my feelings matter. My feelings are involved, so you tell me what's going on. And she's like, no, like, it's cool, it's okay, like, everything's okay. But Marshall's really trying to talk about this shit. Like, he's really trying to talk. Like, you know, we just getting in. Wow! Y'all just going to have to excuse the outdoor noises because obviously it is midday and normally I film this either early morning or late night. So, sorry. But Marshall is just like, no, we're gonna talk about this now. Like, we just getting in, like, let's have a conversation. And she's like, no, it's too late. Like, I don't want to talk about this. And it's like, girl, I'm really confused because you do owe him a conversation. Like, you do. You do. Like, you're literally dead ass wrong for this. Like, you're choosing not to talk to him. You're choosing not to communicate. And so at the end of this scene, she goes behind Marshall and wraps her arms around him and it's like, just love me. Just love me. And I'm over here like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? Oh, girl, love. What the hell is wrong with you? What do you mean just love me? Like, there has to be some other context behind this. Now, I have not done reality TV, but I mean, here at Tap TV, I edit it and I do it all, okay? So I understand how that goes. And I'm just like, I hope and I pray that there was a lot of other context that was missing from this clip, because if not, Jackie, you are a fool. Like, how did we go from I don't want to talk about it to everything's okay to just love me, just love me, baby? Ooh, child. But moving on, let's move on. We gonna get back to Miss Jackie, baby. But let's move on to another relationship, Bliss and Zach. And Bliss and Zach have became one of my favorite relationships. Like, I know that it wasn't ideal, but it's still a really cute love story, and I think that they just really complement each other. Like, I don't know, I do think that Zach's weird. Like, I wouldn't date him. I definitely have dated or engaged with my share of weirdos. I'm a weirdo myself, if you didn't know. If you don't know, now you know. I'm a pretty weird person, but Zach's a little weird to me. However, you know what I'm saying? No judgment. No judgment zone. I just know that, like, me and him wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? But him and Bliss literally compliment each other. And then, like, on top of that, I don't think that Zach is, like, a bad looking guy. I do think that, like, he has weird gestures. Like, he kind of moves weird, especially if he's uncomfortable, which most people, you know, do. But, like, I don't think that he's overall, like, a bad looking guy. But I honestly think that Bliss is so gorgeous. So it's like, she's gorgeous, but she's really, like, a nerd at heart. And I just love them together. Like, I really do. Like, I just really want for their relationship to work. So in this scene, Bliss actually gets to meet Zach's family. So she's saying what she loves about Zach, and she goes into depth about how she is so inspired by his story. And although he grew up with, like, a very, very rough childhood, like, he overcame that, and she's just so inspired. Like, girl, it makes her heart beat, you know what I'm saying? Right here, and, you know, but, like, you could just tell that, like, she really loves this man. So the next day, it's flipped, and Zach gets to meet Bliss's family, but this is her family on her mom's side, because we're gonna get to daddy's side in a second. But this is Bliss's family on her mom's side. And so, you know, Zach is just going down, like, you know, the reasons why he loves Bliss. Like, you know, she's so beautiful, all these things, like how smart she is, blah, blah, blah. But then this is when it starts to get real, because Zach decides to be honest. And I appreciate his honesty, because at the end of the day, we're on the show and this is going to come out. And they're probably going to make it look 10 times worse than what it was, although it was pretty bad. But they're probably going to, amp it up, give sound effects. They're going to make the viewer connect. You know what I'm saying? So he went ahead and told mom how Bliss was not his first choice. And Bliss is like, you just gonna tell it all? And he like, yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to be honest. So he tells Bliss's mom how he actually picked Irina first. So Zach starts to go into depth about his past, and also his past relationships, and his fear of not being able to fit in with his spouse's family, because in the past it's been that way because of how he was brought up. Although he has money now and he's a lawyer, okay, Zach got the big bucks, period. That's not how he grew up. Like, his mom was a stripper and he didn't have money. And so because of his upbringing, like, a lot of his relationships in the past, their parents rejected him, and he was just really afraid of like how this was going to work. And basically, okay, I got my glasses on so y'all don't have to see me get emotional, but this was a really sweet moment for me, because Bliss's mom is literally so sweet, just like Bliss, and goes, well, if my daughter chooses you, then I'll be your mom too. And literally, it was just so sweet, because Zach really, I feel like he loved his mom despite the things that she did. Like, he understood that she did those things to make a living for him. And so I think that he's really missing that mother figure. And I think maybe even just a little bit, he looks for like a nurturer and a partner. Which is why I think, obviously Zach and Irina were not getting along for a lot of things, okay, honey? But I think that that's why him and Bliss do get along, because like, he needs somebody to nurture him and like make him feel good. And I think that made him feel amazing, right? Like, if your soon-to-be mother-in-law is like, yeah, like, you are in our family now, like, I'm your mother, like, you can look at me as mom, and she's literally crying and the sisters are crying, like, that's gonna make you feel good. Like, we did it, y'all, we did it. And I just was almost in tears, because they just almost got me, okay? They ain't gonna get me today, but when I was sitting on that couch, best believe tears was in the tear ducts. Tears was in the tear ducts, okay? So now we are moving on to Chelsea and Kwame, and they're in this clothing store, and honestly, the energy is just off. Like, I think I was just really confused before they actually, dove into like deep conversation, what was going on, because you can tell the vibes were off. And it's like Kwame was more so giving the vibes, but I feel like Chelsea was just kind of like in la la land, like la 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 la. Like, literally, he would say one thing and then she would respond, and then like it didn't, to me, have anything to do with it. Like, I don't know, the energy was just, it just wasn't on. Like, I feel like with Chelsea and Kwame, like, when the energy is on, they be on, but when the energy is off, it just be all the way off, all the way to the left, to the left, to the left. Like, it just be all the way that way, all the way. Well, I think to the camera, this is my right, so it be all the way to the left. It be all the way over there. But when they good, it be to the right. But when they bad, it be all the way over there. But when they get into conversation, basically he's just saying how he feels suffocated and how he feels like Chelsea is confrontational. But Chelsea is confused because she's like, no, I'm not confrontational, like, I'm just direct. But if you ask me, like, if you ask me my opinion on this right now, I I would say that Kwame is just kind of making excuses. Like, I haven't felt like this, but I just feel like he has an excuse for everything. Like, do you want Chelsea? Kwame, do you want Chelsea or no? I need to know. Like, what is wrong with this season? Don't nobody got no balls to just say how they really fucking feel. Like, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know who. I don't know if that was in the motherfucking questions that they asked. Why can't nobody say how they really feel? What is wrong with communication? And majority of the people that are in this season are like either in their 30s or very much so close to it. And y'all's communication is foul. Like, all of y'all, like, just say it with your chest. Just say it. It's okay to say how you feel. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be rude about it, but it's okay. And if the person is not accepting how you feel and they want to internalize it, sounds like they have some issues that they need to get past. What's not clicking, Steven? So like I was saying, it just kind of seems like Kwame is jealous that Chelsea lives in the area that they're filming, which I believe is Seattle, I believe. And he's not from there. Well, obviously he's not from there, but like, he does not live in Seattle. He lives 3 hours away. So I think that, like, with not having the support from his mom, which we later find out is his best friend, and him not hearing from his dad, and him not being close to his friends, like, part of me feels like he just feels alone. But then, boy, just say that. Then boy, just say that. Just say that, boy. It's okay. We're not gonna judge you for that. That's something I feel like you guys can work through. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that's really bothering you, like, let Chelsea know that it's like really bothering you, like it's really taking a toll. I mean, and he did when it came to his mom, but like, not all of this other stuff. So the next day, Chelsea and Kwame go meet Chelsea's family. And girl, when I say Chelsea's family was literally just like Chelsea, like to a T. Like, family dynamic A1. They are also bubbly and just filled with joy, and they just really want to share with people around. Even the little kids, the little babies, they literally had pictures for them when they walked in. Like, they drew them pictures, and it was just so sweet. And Kwame was nervous about meeting them, and obviously he had already met Chelsea's dad, but he was meeting her mom side of the family for the first time. So he was a little nervous, just like he was about meeting dad, and he aced that interview as well. I thought it was really funny how Chelsea's mom pulled Kwame to the side and was just going on and on about like how much of a dog person Chelsea is. And she goes, Kwame, are you a dog person? And he goes, back in Ghana. And then there's this long pause, okay? Editing is literally hilarious. There's this long pause, and he goes, I had a squirrel. Chelsea's mom was so weak. Like, I would have been weak too. Like, boy, what did that have to do with my question? I asked about a dog. You talking about some wild animal running around. But hey, to each his own. If you had your squirrel and you could deal with that wild thing, then baby, this dog ain't nothing for you. Okay, moving on to Tiff and Brett. Now, I love them. I love their dynamic, but literally they haven't had any type of confrontation. And I'm not saying that because I want to see some drama and this is reality TV. Shit, maybe I am. I don't know. I'm not just saying it because I'm messy, okay? But I feel like if you're entering into a marriage, how are you supposed to know how the other person handles confrontation or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the beginning of the series, I said I felt like it was just so easy for Brett to walk away because he said he was done after she fell asleep on him. But that could have just been editing too, but it did happen, so it kind of, you know, sparked the red flag. Even though he wasn't done and he accepted her apology like immediately, but still, I just think that, like, I really do want to continue to watch them grow. Honestly, their storyline is just boring. Like, I love them to death, but it hasn't at this point been anything that's making me feel like they're going to last. Like, maybe it is, like maybe they do just talk out the issues, but it hasn't even been like a outside of the shower thing, like him getting out the shower and the floor being wet. It hasn't been like a, you know, I didn't like this. Like, we haven't even seen them like work or talk that out. So it's just, I don't really have nothing to say. I love you guys. I wish y'all the best. Okay, Tiff and Brad, if you're watching this, I really do wish you guys the best. I still think that they're my favorite, because if I, you know, could go without having confrontation or very, very little to none in my relationship, then yes. You know, we're just cruising. We're just enjoying each other, you know, loving all of each other, everything, even they dirty drawers, honey. I mean, it's just giving, every time I watch them, I just feel like it's just giving vacation. Like, even though they're getting up, they're going to work, it's just giving, like, it's giving vacation vibes. So I don't have anything in my notes, but feel free to add anything that you guys have to say about Brett and Tiffany down in the comments below, because I would love to know y'all's thoughts and opinions. At episode 9, I don't got any. Okay, so now we're moving on to thing 1 and Paul. And if you don't know who thing 1 is, it's Micah. But I don't really like her, so I just don't feel like I need to call her by name. But I guess, you know, she's toned it down maybe just a little bit. Just a tad. So we can go ahead and call her Micah. Yeah. So at this point, I really don't feel like Paul is feeling Micah, especially after meeting her friends, which I wouldn't either, because the one girl, I don't remember what her name is, but the one girl that's like really overprotective of her, it's just giving, do you want to be my girl? Like, who else feels like Micah's best friend is giving, do you want to be my girlfriend? Like, it's giving that. Like, you're jealous, not in a friendship way. Like, your vibe is giving you want Micah, sis. And I don't know what y'all had going on before, but Micah is making it clear to everybody in the world that she want a man. She want a man, her man, her man, and her man ain't you. I'm sorry, boo, but you gonna have to stop with all that extra stuff, because it's not giving you, sweetie. Sis, it's not giving you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So in this scene, they are talking about if the relationship can last long distance, and Paul doesn't seem like he's willing to make the sacrifices, although he does say that he is. To me, it just didn't seem like he was willing to. Yeah, it's just not, it's not giving that. So Paul, I'm with you 100%. If you don't want to be with Micah, say it with your chest, baby. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. So now we are at the meetup, and this is where the girls get to pick their dresses and the boys get to pick their tuxes. So we are in the nitty-gritty of marriage, okay? It is time for the wedding day near. I think at this point it's about a week out, which is crazy to pick your dress a week out. But like I said before, Netflix got all the monies, honey, because they gonna get that altered and everything in 7 days. Like, that's crazy. Literally, that's crazy, okay? But one thing about Netflix is they gonna get it done, period. So we get to the ladies, and of course, Jackie, girl, ain't nowhere to be found. Her communication sucks. Jackie, your communication sucks. Hello? Let me call you real quick. Hey, Jackie girl, I just want to tell you, baby, your communication skills on Love is Blind season 4, it's not giving. I'm gonna need you to work on that, because you could have told somebody that you wasn't gonna show up to that dress fitting. Because what the hell are you doing? Why you not there? Why are you not there? Where you at, sis? Oh, we're gonna find out where she at in a second. We're gonna find out where she at in a second. If you watched it, you know where she was at. Jackie, you did wrong. Now during this time when Jackie is out doing whatever, Marshall is with the guys. Marshall, abort now! Abort! 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 Exit stage left! Exit stage left, Marshall! Go! Run as fast as you can, please! So, Tiffany told Brett that Jackie wasn't there, and Brett then went to Marshall and let him know, and Marshall is like sick to his stomach. Like, honestly, I felt bad for Marshall because I understand Jackie not wanting to be in a relationship with him. Now, the whole aggressiveness, like, that part to me is giving toxic, baby. I don't know why you keep using this aggressive word, but obviously you're used to something that I ain't used to. I'm just saying, aggressive was not the word. But if you feel like he's a little bit more feminine or too feminine for you, I do understand that, because I feel the same way. I do feel like Marshall is too feminine for me, and it has nothing to do with him being more emotional or more in tune with his emotions. But the way Marshall whipped his head, yeah, that would have been a dead giveaway for me. I'm just saying, y'all, I'm just saying. But then communicate that. I would have been like, Marshall, we need to talk. Although we connected in the pods in like such a deep way, I don't think this is going to work out. I still want to be friends. Like, I still feel like the connection that we have, you know what I'm saying, is real. It's just not romantic for me. And I would have left it at that. But baby, you're doing all this and you're making yourself look like an asshole. And not only that, but you're making yourself look crazy. You're making yourself look like you like to, you like for men to hit up on you, and you like to hit up on men. That's what it's giving. And I'm gonna need you to get some help. Please, see someone. After rewatching this, like, you really need to do some self-evaluation, because this is crazy. So, while Marshall is hurt as hell over there, meantime, in between time, we find out that Jackie is on a date with Josh. And that's how episode 9 ends. Oh, girl, when I said I was ready for episode 10, and a quickness, like, I need to see what the hell is going on. So let's get into episode 10. So episode 10 starts off exactly where we left off, with Josh and Jackie. And Jackie admits that she has not seen Josh since the party. She then begins to tell Josh how Marshall is too sensitive for her and how he's not aggressive enough. But when Josh asks Jackie, well, how do you feel like Marshall's gonna feel about you being here instead of you being at your dress fitting, she goes, I don't care. I don't care. Like, you, Jackie, I thought that Micah and Irina were bad. And don't get me wrong, they are. They are. But you are right in the same category. Micah, Irina, and Jackie. Like, y'all can just go have fun in your little corner, because you just go right on with them. And like I said in the first episode, I'm just really not with people intentionally, you know what I'm saying, trying to hurt people, not giving a fuck about their feelings. Like, even if you don't like the person, the intentional BS that you pull, I don't mess with that. I don't want you nowhere near me. I don't even want you on my TV screen at this point. I am happy that we are not seeing Jackie anymore, because it's just ridiculous. Like, girl. So then it goes into, you know, Josh asking Jackie if she would legally marry him, and she says no, which again, I explain, like, why the hell are you on this show? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So after all of that drama, it goes to Kwame and his friends talking, and basically Kwame is just talking about how he feels like he's making all of the sacrifices in the relationship and Chelsea's literally making none. But like I said before, to me it just kind of sounds like Kwame is jealous of Chelsea's situation, and he would like for everything to be clear cut, you know, flowers and daisies, but it's not for him. But it is that way for Chelsea. So that's what I'm picking up on. That's not exactly what he said, but that's how I feel. So after that conversation with Kwame and Chelsea, it goes back to Jackie and Marshall. And girl, I had to get up off my couch and walk away a couple times, because this is crazy. Like, it's just disgusting at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of drama, you know. It's funny, especially reality TV. You know, you want to laugh, you want to kiki, you want to do all that. But this is disgusting behavior, and it's been a lot. Netflix, do better. One, you know what I'm saying? Okay, one bad apple, okay. Two, it was questionable. But three in one season is crazy. It's crazy. So To me, Jackie is very much giving narcissistic, because again, I don't understand why you couldn't just say your feelings. But the passive aggressiveness and just all, like, this is just Anyway, she's like, I just can't give you what you need. And she's not even really speaking in like complete sentences at this point, because Marshall's trying to figure it out. And Jackie is just kind of like over there like, and get this, the whole time Jackie is damn near playing victim and never once said, not one time, said that she just didn't like him romantically. Like, she just keeps saying how she couldn't give him what he needed, and how she couldn't do this for him, and how, you know what I'm saying, he didn't do X, Y, and Z. But she never just said like, I'm just not attracted to you romantically, and like, I tried for this and it's just not working. Like, she's literally making him feel like he's the problem. Like, girl, when it's you. So then it gets into him saying, okay, you know what, that's fine, we're just gonna go ahead and end this, but I want my ring back. And Jackie had the nerve to be like, well, I'm actually going to keep the ring because you got it for me. And girl, why the fuck do you think you deserve that ring? Like, I'm confused. Now, I did see a little funny TikTok about, you know, him saying that, you know, he didn't buy the ring, so why would he want the ring back? But at the end of the fucking day, like, Jackie, what do you need this ring for? Like, do you really think that you deserve anything? You don't even deserve the clout that you getting off this show. You don't even deserve for people to be, you know what I'm saying, putting you in the title of their YouTube videos. Like, you don't deserve that. Like, we should have still not known who you were. You don't deserve any of this. Like, you don't deserve good things when you treat people shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you deserve bad things. I'm not saying that. Please don't come for me. I'm not saying you know. I'm just saying that, like, you don't deserve any of this. You don't. You literally don't. Why the fuck did you feel the need to be like, well, I'm keeping this ring? Why? Why would you want to keep a ring? Why? Like, I don't understand. Like, please, you got some explaining to do. Go on social media or something. I want to know why you want to keep the ring. Like, that don't even make sense. So then Marshall just starts to, you know, go and pack his things, and he's just really sad about the situation. And again, I just really felt bad because all of this could have been avoided. Like, he didn't have to do all the things that he did, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have to comfort her and do that. But honestly, it's just giving some true mental health issues. And you guys know I don't play when it comes to mental health. I'm somebody that suffers from severe anxiety, so it's really important. But however, I know, you know, myself, I know my body. I'm aware, very much so aware of like what I need to do, who I need to separate from, etc. So things like that don't happen. Jackie, you need some help, for real. So after that, Jackie and Marshall are no more, so we will no longer be seeing them. And it goes to Kwame and Chelsea, and they are doing this sexy photo shoot. Okay, girl. They're doing this, what is it, underwear. They're doing this underwear photo shoot, and it's really cute. Now, like I said, when they got chemistry, they have it, but when they don't, they don't. And they had chemistry here. Like, you can tell, like, he's really comfortable with her body and vice versa. Like, you know what I'm saying? Outside that one little clip when the photographer had his head in her stomach, like, what are we doing here, sir? That was just an awkward pose. But outside of that, I saw the chemistry. I saw the, you know what I'm saying, I like my kisses down low, makes me arch my back when you give it to me slow, baby, just like that. Like, I saw it. But then, of course, Kwame gotta ruin it with some BS. Like, although it's not BS, I do appreciate you telling us how you felt, her telling Chelsea how you felt, but it just sucks because it's like, damn, here right now. But he basically goes into how he feels like disappointed because he does not have his mom's blessing. And like I said, at this point, it's just Kwame like nitpicking. He always has a problem with something, and I feel like Chelsea just doesn't make it any better because she's living the life that he wants. But I feel like that part y'all can get through. Like I said, like, y'all can get through that. But if it's just you making excuses because you don't want to tell her that you don't want to be with her, then that's an issue. Like, I don't know which one I feel. I don't know. Which one is it? Which one is it? So now we move on to Tiffany and Brett. And this is kind of where we see like some hardship, not necessarily confrontation, but we see some hardship in their relationship. And Tiffany is just really feeling overwhelmed because they have to plan this wedding in a very, very short amount of time. And she's just really sad. Like, she's just really sad. And Brett is just there comforting her like, babe, it's gonna be okay. Like, it's gonna be okay. Like, don't worry about it. You got this. I got this. We got this. And I'm over here like, yes, Brett, you got this. She got this. We got this. Yeah. I do really love them. It's just when it comes to reality TV, they just really don't have a storyline, you know? But I do. I love them. I still think that they're my first couple that I like, and then Bliss and Zach are my second. So the next day, because Tiffany was so stressed, he takes her out on a date, and that's what I'm talking about. Men, take notes. If your girl is stressed, do something nice for her. Now, maybe y'all got Brett's money, because baby, he is balling, okay? But he done went and got her a helicopter and did a nice little dinner. He took some pictures of her, so he had them blown up. It was just so sweet and romantic, and it's like, yes, this is what we need to be reminded. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't get up feeling 110% every day, and vice versa. And women, if you see your man stressed, don't be afraid to, you know, do something nice for him. And, you know, over here on Tap TV, we don't discriminate. So men, if you see your mans, or women, if you see your women's, you know what I'm saying? Do something nice for your spouse. So then we move on to Micah and Paul. And despite how much I really could care less about their relationship, I do feel like it was a really cool idea to make their own rings. Like, I thought that was really cute and sentimental. So it's basically just a clip of them making their own rings and them going through the process. I don't know if we saw the rings. I'm not really sure if we did, but if we did, I'll put it on the screen. But I thought that was cute. Now, I ain't make my own damn ring, but if I was into that stuff, I would make it, but I'm just not into that. I DIY a lot of stuff, but I don't want to DIY my ring. Like, I want to go to the store and pick out that big ass diamond, not unless you about to be outside, you know what I'm saying, digging up the diamonds and then put it, like, that's what, you know, we can do that. We can do that. But if it's not gonna give that, it's just gonna give, you know what I'm saying, a little metal circle. I don't want that, you know. You can have that, Michael, you got it. So next is Bliss and Zach, and now it's time for Zach to meet Bliss's dad's side of the family. And off rip, I could just tell that Bliss's dad's energy was just off. Like, sir, excuse me, sir, you're walking into their house. Like, there's just something wrong with the older generation. And don't get me wrong, I respect my elders 110%. But what I need for y'all to understand is, once we become of age, and even when we're not, even when we are younger, like, respect needs to be reciprocated. And for whatever reason, the older generation feels like just because they're older means that they don't have to listen to you, that they don't have to give you respect. Like, how dare you walk into their house and act like that? Even if you felt some type of way, like, you can control your emotions a little bit better. And for real, I just felt like that was a teaching moment, like, for all of us. Like, what generation is that? Baby boomers and the one up under that. Y'all need to learn how to control y'all's emotions, because it's getting toxic. It's getting bad. Like, y'all need to do better, because this scene right here pissed me off. And obviously I can relate to some, because it's like, I'm trying to be respectful. Like, Dad, I'm trying to be respectful. Like, Bliss was literally like, well, Dad, well, just let me finish. Like, just let me talk. And she's, you know, responding like that. And her dad basically just going off and don't give a fuck. And everything that is going through this ear is coming out this one. And it's just like, this is ridiculous. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What is wrong? Why does everything have to be your way or no way? Why ain't gotta be like It don't have to be like that. I'm grown, you're grown, we should be able to have a conversation, right? And then her stepmom, now I don't know their relationship, but all I know is at the end of the day, you're not my mom. So all your little input and your little neck rolling, your co-signing and all that can go to hell. Cause baby, you're not gonna be doing all that. Like, he already being disrespectful and you don't care? In my house? When my man? Goodbye. So now we are moving on to the final episode before the weddings, alright? Episode 11. So this episode starts off with Chelsea and Kwame discussing like last names. Now obviously it's tradition for the woman to take the man's last name, but Kwame don't want that until he get his mama's blessing. And I'm just as confused as Chelsea. Baby, I don't know if this man want to marry you. I don't know. I really don't. Because I want to say I don't think they're gonna get married. But for some reason, deep down in my heart, I feel like they're gonna get married. I don't know. My predictions are coming soon. I don't know. But Chelsea feels like Kwame's going into this marriage, like basically saying that this next year after they marry is going to be extremely hard, and she doesn't understand why he's going into their wedding with this negative energy. And I have to agree, like, Kwame, baby, you need to get your shit together up in here. Like, everybody's up in here just was not right this season. You need to get it together before you know what I'm saying, you come up in here putting your traumas on me. Don't be giving me your traumas. I don't want that. I don't want that. But it just seems like Kwame has a lot of fears, which is understandable, but he's just not handling them well. Next we have Bliss and Zach, and Bliss is just basically expressing her concerns about the wedding. And to be honest, the next couple of notes is just them expressing their concerns about marriage or whatever, because I think we're 2 days out at the start of this. So yeah, but Bliss is just expressing how, you know, she was still the second choice, and Bliss and Zach are going back and forth. And again, that's understandable, but baby, I'm gonna need you to get over it if you guys are going to get married. So next we have Tiff and Brett, and Tiffany gets to meet Brett's dad and brother, and Brett says that his dad has not been on a plane since the 80s. And so I just thought it was so cute that he got on the plane last minute for this wedding. Brett's dad and Brett's brother is a clown. Like, they are some clowns, okay? But it was really good vibes. It was good to see all of them smile and get along right before the wedding. And I'm not sure if I just didn't care to take no notes on Micah and Paul, or they just didn't show them, but I don't got no notes. I ain't got no notes for them, so moving on. Now it's time for the bachelor and the bachelorette party. And okay, and this is my only complaint, because like I said, Netflix, one thing about them is they gonna do it and they gonna do it quick. But this year's bachelor and bachelorette party was whack. Like, this was giving thumbs down. Thumbs down, all the way down, all the way down. Horrible. Horrible. Like, that was ass. Netflix, that was ass. Ass. Boo. So at the bachelor and bachelorette party, they're basically just talking about if they're going to say yes or not. And everybody was pretty normal. Like, their responses were pretty normal, except for Micah's best friend. And I found out that her name was Shelby. It's in my notes. Again, like I already said, Shelby's giving jealous. At a point in time, Micah said, you don't have to like my decision. I just want you to support me. And Shelby responds, I'll support you, but I'm not going to like it. Like, girl, then you're not about to be my wedding. Like, I don't know if she had her in the wedding, but I just feel like she does. So I would have been like, you're not about to be in the wedding. Like, I'm deciding that I want to do this, and you just feel like he's just not anything for me, and I'm confused as to why. Like, she hasn't even given context as to why she feels the way that she feels, and I'm confused. Like, Shelby, go ahead, put something on social media, let us know why you feel that way, because all you said was, I feel like Micah deserves the best, and I don't feel like he's the best. Why? What did he do? What is he not doing? Is it the way he looks? Does he stink? Like, I just want to know. So now it gets into the weddings, and I am so excited for episode 12 to see who's gonna say yes or no. Like, I'm so excited. But Chelsea and Kwame are the first couple that we are going to see get married, okay? Now, we don't see it in this episode, so if you ain't watched it and you just watching my video, you know, for a recap, no, we do not see that. We won't see that until Friday, okay? But Kwame and Chelsea are the first couple, and it's basically just kind of like replaying the good, the bad, and the ugly. And Chelsea is speaking about how this is her first real decision that she's like ever made for herself. And I do understand that, because I feel like as an adult, it's really hard to make decisions for yourself, like when you're first becoming an adult, you know? So Kwame's brother and sister come in, and I was so excited to see and hear from them. But I was really confused because Kwame did mention in, like, earlier in the series how his dad didn't know, but I'm confused as to why, like, he didn't, like, try to communicate with his dad. I don't know if I missed that part or not. Let me know in the comments below if I did, but I don't know why he, like, felt the need that he couldn't contact dad. Like, are they in drama? Like, they don't communicate? Like, what's going on? But Kwame's brother and sister basically tell him how dad is all for it and is supportive and can't wait, you know what I'm saying, to meet her, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, you know, he was really feeling low, but brother and sister came in and hyped up his spirits. His sister also lets him know that although his best friend, which is his mom, which I thought was so cute, like, oh my gosh, they're best friends, that makes sense as to why he's so butthurt about his mom not being there. But although his mom is not there, she is still praying for their marriage, and that when the time is right, she will indeed meet Chelsea. And I'm like, okay, all right, now Kwame, you don't got no excuses. Like, you got daddy on board, you got mom that's praying for you. What else do you need, sir? What else do you need? Kwame's sister also goes to Chelsea's room and gifts her with a purse, and baby, yes, that purse was eating the girls alive. I was like, okay, can I get one? Tell me where I can get one. This wedding, girl, was gorgeous. This wedding was gorgeous. It was giving so elegant outdoor wedding, and for Chelsea and Kwame's, it had a lot of pink, and it wouldn't be a Chelsea wedding if it didn't incorporate some pink, okay? Because baby girl got a pink toaster, she got a pink stove, she got a pink refrigerator, she got pink eggs. Like, Chelsea got pink everything, okay? So it was giving not too girly of a pink, but very subtle pink, and it was just really beautiful. And again, Netflix is really good about the weddings. However, I was kind of confused because all of the weddings looked like they must have been at the same location and had the exact same build out. And I don't feel like it's typically been that way. So that was a little confusing. So when Kwame was with his sister and brother, he had said that he did not write down his vows. And at first I was like, what the hell? What do you mean you didn't write down your vows? Like, okay, just another self-sabotaging moment for Kwame. But when he got up there and he said what he said from the heart, I was like, Kwame, yeah, you did that one. Because I was nervous when he said that he was going to talk from the heart, because this the same Kwame? This the same Kwame that was giving the parents speech telling Chelsea that she was a second choice? This that Kwame? Ain't no way this that Kwame. But he did it. Yes, yes, yes he did. So now we're at the point where it's time for them to say yes or no. And of course it goes to Chelsea first, and then it pans out. So I'm going to give you guys my predictions because I wrote them down. Alright? And I wrote down Chelsea and Kwame first because we know that they're getting married first. And although I feel like Kwame has so many damn excuses, I'm going to go ahead and say that Kwame and Chelsea are going to get married. Kwame, please don't make me regret this shit. Please. But I'm going to say that they're going to get married. Next, we have Paul and Micah. And I absolutely do not think that Paul and Micah are going to get married. I don't think that there's a reason for them to. I think that they're not going to get married. Brett and Tiff. I believe that Brett and Tiff are going to get married. 110%. But wouldn't it be some shit if Brett and Tiff did not get married? Like, that would be some real shit. Like, that would be some real shit. Y'all would have everybody on our knees crying. Like, don't play with us. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it. And last but not least, I believe that Bliss and Zach are going to get married. I do. So I believe that 3 out of the 5, technically, because Marshall and Jackie are no longer, so they're not getting married. And I don't think that Paul and Micah are going to get married. But you guys let me know your predictions down below, because I'm curious to see who y'all feel like are going to get married. So I guess the question is this a yes or is this a mess? And although this shit is messy as hell, I'ma still watch it. So I'ma give it a yes, okay? And we will definitely be back early and on time for that final episode, because girl, we gotta talk. We gotta talk about it. So leave your predictions down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Yes or Mess, honey. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.